Hello everyone, in this video we see Paul Morphy's amazing game. This game was played in 1864 in Cuba. Paul Morphy play with white pieces and Domingues play with black. Let's start. So Paul Morphy starts with e4, e5, knight to f3, knight to c6, bishop to c4, Italian game, knight to f6, two knights defense and pressure on e4. But Paul Morphy didn't support his pawn and continue with d4. He takes d4 and Paul Morphy castles king side. Bishop to c5 and creates support on e4. e5 and pressure on knight. So black move his knight on e4. Bishop to d5 and pressure on knight. So black support with f5. And here pawn is pushed two steps, so Paul Morphy can take this pawn with n%. So Paul Morphy take this pawn, he takes f6, knight takes f6 and the pressure on bishop. Bishop to g5 and pin this knight. Bishop to e7 and unpin this knight, so pressure comes on bishop. So Paul Morphy exchange his bishop. Bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop. Rook to e1 check, knight to e7, knight to e5 and the target is on f7. And also after moving knight, queen's diagonal becomes open. So Paul Morphy also use his queen to give a check and the g6 square is covered by knight. So black exchange his bishop with dangerous knight. Bishop takes knight and Paul Morphy didn't take this bishop and continue with queen to h5 and check and fork on bishop. Black can't move his king because queen to f7 is mate. Bishop cover this f7 square. So black continue with g6. Queen takes bishop and pressure on rook. And this square is covered by bishop. So rook has only one move. Rook to f8. Knight to d2. c6. And pressure on bishop. Here in this position, pause the video and think Paul Morphy's next move. So Paul Morphy didn't save his bishop and continue with knight to c4. And black can't take this bishop because direct checkmate comes. So black continue with d6. And Paul Morphy continue his attack. Knight takes d6 and check. And the king has only one move. King to d7. Black can't take this knight with his queen because black would lose his queen. So black continue with king to d7 and Paul Morphy continue his attack. Bishop to e6 and check. And the king has only one move. King to c7. And here again pause the video and think Paul Morphy's next move. So Paul Morphy take this bishop with his knight and discover check comes from queen. And the bishop supports this knight and the knight covers this b6 square. So black's king has no moves. So black has to move his queen on d6 and the final move from Paul Morphy. Queen takes queen and checkmate. King has no mouse and the knight supports this queen. If you like the game then please subscribe the channel for watch more games.